Hello, welcome. I'm Carolyn Blinska. I'm so glad to have you here. It is a Monday evening. It's been a really long day for me, and I'm so sorry to be here so late. I'm usually here a little bit earlier. Now, today, what I really wanted to speak about was about the future of e-commerce. So before I get started, I just want to share this back into my group. If you're not part of my group yet, please jump in there. So I have the group eCommerce Backstage Pass. Doors are currently open and it's currently free to get into that group, but that is going to become a closed group at some stage soon. So you do want to get on board soon. You do want to jump in there. I share other videos in there as well, not just these ones that I do. I did one today with some information about a particular particular information about about photo shoots and doing photo shoots. So I definitely will be sharing other things in there. If you want to know more information that I share, then definitely jump in there. Join my email list as well, because by joining my email list you actually get more information as well. So I've got different things going on in different places. This is just one area that I share it, but I also share it in emails. I have lots of things going on with my 500K challenge. If you have not heard about this, then this is super interesting. I'm challenging myself to earn $500,000 in the next 12 months. So this challenge is not on anyone else. If anyone wants to join me and try to, get to those levels as well, great, come on board. If you read my blog post, if you go to my website, carolynblinska.com, and you'll find in my blog, you'll find the 500K challenge blog post. Some people say, is that a lot of money, or is that is a lot of money, or it's not a lot of money? I created this challenge based on what I wanted to achieve. So my goal is over the next 12 months, I've got a new e-commerce store I'm starting. I've had others and I'm doing this one. I've got partnerships with other people, but this one is going to be mine. I'm in the process of doing it. If you watch my videos, there are other videos where I talk about little bits and pieces. I give information. I've got a new inner circle that I'm starting up as well, which is actually going to give you an insider's secret pass into seeing this 500K challenge. And what I'm doing is I'm going to be sharing with you every week how I actually get to that stage. So I've already been sharing, there's already videos out there. If you come into my inner circle, you'll be able to watch all the videos that are there and just go through different ones, understand what I'm going through. For instance, next week, 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be doing a photo shoot, and I'm actually going to be doing a behind the scenes of exactly how a photo shoot works. I've been working on photo shoots for about 17 years myself, both as a stylist, as a hair and makeup artist, organizing photo shoots. I've done a lot of them. I've worked on a lot of TV. I've worked on a lot of film. So I know this industry inside out, so I can definitely give you a lot of help. I've owned an e-commerce store where I've manufactured in China, so if you need help with manufacturing, if you need help with, I'm doing drop shipping now, anything that you need help with e-commerce, as well as the marketing, I can definitely help with. So the 500K challenge is all based on the fact that I don't want to be working on that particular business more than 5 hours per week. That is going to be my cutoff. So that's why I've set my targets, and I've worked backwards and said, well, how much can I make? What can I actually do achievably? And I'm committed to make $500,000 in the next 12 months from that particular business. So that's just one e-commerce store. But today what I wanted to talk about, which I'm really excited, so if you've been following my other videos, you will know that I'm actually starting a new podcast. I have got a new co-host with me. So Rachel Wagner and I always get her surname wrong. Sorry, Rachel, if you're listening. It's Wager. Sorry, it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm just like completely crazy. Rachel Wager and I will be doing the co-host of the podcast together. We filmed the first couple the other day. I'm actually going through the editing process this evening. That is actually launching tomorrow. So the first of our podcasts are going live tomorrow. But we're not only doing a podcast, we're doing it as video as well. So you can go and watch the video, or you can listen to the podcast. So if you're going for a run, it's really good to listen to the podcast. if you are just at home and you want to watch it, then you can watch us there as well. Have a good laugh. We actually have bonus content as well. So we're keeping our podcast to about 25 minutes each. And we do have bonus content. So the first one, going through the editing with my editing team, we're already at, I think it was 35 minutes. So there's 10 minutes of bonus stuff there. So it's really, we're sharing certain things here and there. So then you have the choice of how much, time commitment do you want to put into it. All the main points are made in the podcast, and then we go deep into the overtime stuff. So it's really good to get that extra information. So I'm excited. That launches tomorrow on iTunes. It's called eCommerce, and it's a podcast there. So come and take a listen to that. Please join us there. If you want to go onto our special list for the overtime content, then just put a message, not in the video because I need your email address. Send me a private message and I'll put you on our list, because we're just sorting out the website now. So why I'm talking about today on this video, I wanted to talk about the future of e-commerce. Our first podcast is going to be going deep on this and all the different things. We've got statistics, we've done a whole lot of research. And one of the things I want people, that I took away from that and I just wanted to talk about today on this video really quickly, is just talking about the fact that mobile devices are so important. People don't understand the importance. And what I actually say in the podcast, and I go in with more detail, is that if you understand how mobile devices have actually grown over the years, and as an example, about a year ago, maybe a little bit more, they were saying that mobile devices made up 40% of people viewing your website, 40%. Just recently in the last few months, I've been reading statistics that say it's now 60%. So we've jumped in about 12 months from 40% to 60%. And that is absolutely crazy when you realize that to get to the 40% took about 8 years. So it was like 8 or even longer years to get to that 40% of viewers looking at your website from a mobile device. So why is this so important? Why does it matter, the percentage? So you're sitting there going, who cares 60%? What do I care? Why you should care is because if your website is not set up properly now for mobile viewing, then you're in trouble, and it's only going to become more and more important. So now it's 60%, but you watch out in, less than, 5 years, you're going to be looking at, 80, 90% of websites are going to be. And of course there's, there's the bells. So I think we've sort of hit that really, really high, like the steep intake. And now I think it's going to go, so it's not going to be a bell, but it's going to go up slowly, slowly, slowly. I don't think it's going to continue up in the next 12 months to 100%. I think there's always going to be people on laptops, on computers, but it's going to keep climbing. So if you're not already set up for that, and there's so many things, it's not just the fact that your website has to be designed where it has to be mobile responsive. It's where your content is sitting on your page. So if you don't have your content at the right level, a lot of people don't scroll. They don't have time to scroll. They can't be bothered. So you want to make sure that you're putting your content on the actual page in the right places. So think about that. How's your menu set out at the top? Google has just created a new algorithm that they don't want those big pop-ups for Google search results. So if you're really dealing with Google search results, they don't want that coming up on a mobile screen. So if you're relying on SEO traffic, then you want to make sure you don't have any of those big pop-ups. You've got to think about that, see how you can work that into your website. So there's so many reasons why mobile is really important. When I talk about the future of e-commerce, mobile is up there with one of the most important things. We can talk about, e-commerce and where you're going to be buying from. Is Alibaba going to be around and things like that? But those things can definitely change. But something like mobile devices, that's here to stay. That's not something that's going away, and it's not something that you can avoid. So you need to take care of it. So if you would like to know more about the future of e-commerce and all of our other topics, we have so many guests. I've actually got lined up already in the bag 8 guests that are going to be on. We're doing our podcast once a week, and I'm ready to start recording all of those guests. We have got a lawyer coming on. We've got an accountant coming on talking about, integrating Shopify into accounting software. We've got a lawyer from America talking about American tax laws. We have people talking about Instagram. We have people talking about Amazon we have. So we're doing Amazon and just e-commerce in general. We have people talking about eBay. I've got someone calling me while I'm trying to do this Facebook Live. That's someone that's definitely not on this Facebook Live because they're still trying to call me. Stop trying to call me. So look, I really highly recommend that you come onto the podcast. It's definitely, I hope that stops in a second. No, it's not going to stop. Declined. So I declined it on my laptop. So the thing is, the podcast is going to be awesome. Rachel and I are going, we've put in a lot of effort. We've made sure that we've covered off all the important bases. We're not talking about things that are not relevant. We want every single podcast to be highly relevant to you. We're keeping them to about 25 minutes because we know that, you can't be listening for hours. So we want to try to get as much of the main content into that 25 minutes. And then we go with our overtime. So you jump onto our website, you can grab the overtime content. So if you've got some spare time, you can go a little bit deeper on certain topics that you want to know more about. Sometimes you just need an overview. So, the 25 minutes is enough. And sometimes you want to go deeper. So that's why we wanted to give you that flexibility of making sure that you're listening to the content as it works for you, as it's suitable for you. So that all starts tomorrow. Go and check out iTunes in the afternoon US time, and that will be up there. But if you do want to join the mailing list so you know exactly when that's actually coming out, you'll get a link directly to it so you don't have to search for it, because that can get really boring trying to search through everything. Send me a private message with your email address and I will put you into the email list for the podcast, and you can find out more about that. So have a wonderful day, have a wonderful evening wherever you are, and I'll be back on live tomorrow. And don't forget this Wednesday I won't be doing our Q&A, so I'll probably do it another day this week. So if you have questions, send them through. This Wednesday, I'm actually working for a couple of big companies, helping them out with some video content. So I'm going to be away in Madrid doing that, so taking up my time doing that. And I won't be able to do my Facebook Live, but I'm on here tomorrow. I'm on here on Thursday and Friday. So I look forward to seeing you on those other days. Have a wonderful day and speak to you soon. Bye.